Hey guys, it's Hoffman here at Wholesale Capital Corporation, and I wanted to reach out to you guys and give you a little bit of a market update, talk about a couple quick things. Haven't done this in a while, but we're going to talk about rates, what the market's health looks like, and the mortgage process. So right now, interest rates are looking really good. So I got this chart up here. This is showing the history of mortgage rates over the last several years. So this goes all the way back to 2013, and you can see down it actually is good, or I'm sorry, down is bad. Down means rates are high. As it gets up here, that means that rates are good. So you can see we have not had rates this good in a very long time. So people who are thinking of refinancing, now is actually a pretty good time to think about it. Other things that are going on right now is, when it comes to rates, we don't, we think that rates are going to stay low for this year. We're not sure. We have to watch what the government's doing, what the economy's doing. Right now, we don't expect rates to get high for the rest of the year because the economy has not been strong enough, and we don't know if it's going to. Namely, also because it's an election year, so November things could change. So in any case, but should something happen, you want to take advantage of rates now, because here's a little tool that we use through our one of our vendors. This shows an affordability range. So this is not a quote at all or anything like that. So let's think of it this way. So this is saying that for somebody who makes $60,000 a year, based on a 4% rate, rates are usually lower than that right now. 4% rate, you can actually get qualify for your affordability with the budget is about 327,000. So that's good. So let's say that interest rates go up by 1%. So go to 5%. You see as I do this, all right, and hit tab, it drops it to 293. Now keep in mind, this is not totally unheard of because we've seen this happen before. Back in June of last year, interest rates went up by 1.5% in a 1 week period. So to give you an idea, that was really fast. So this is what happens when it goes up by 2%. Affordability, the budget, the amount you can qualify for with the same budget goes down even farther. So that in mind, for people who are thinking about buying a house, now is a great time to do so. Other things, the health of the market. So a lot of people are asking me, what do you think is going to happen? Is there going to be another crash? Is there going to be a market correction? My resounding opinion has always been, no, I don't think there's going to be a crash. There may be a correction. That's always going to happen in any healthy market. But when you compare it to what happened back in '07, basically think of it this way. When we were hitting the affordability cap, meaning the point at which the people who lived in the neighborhoods where these houses were for sale, people in those neighborhoods couldn't afford the houses that were in their neighborhood, so they wouldn't sell. Thus, the sellers of the house would have to keep their prices at a certain level. That's hitting the affordability cap. Now, as we went through the crash, they started getting all these weird and creative tools and mortgages that ended up being the cause of the collapse. So went from fixed rate to adjustables that had lower interest rates to interest-only loans to negative amortization loans, meaning the loan balance would actually, if you made your minimum payment, the loan balance actually went up instead of down. Big sign. Also had teaser rates, meaning the first couple years you had a lower interest rate, and then after that the payment net just instantly skyrockets. So that's what caused the big crash. So keep in mind, those products don't exist anymore. There are some interest only, there are some adjustables, but really the only people who I've seen that take advantage of them on a regular basis are people who are going jumbo, and they have very specific financial plans that backstops them and what they're doing. So in terms of big collapses happening like that, it's not something that we're expecting to see. We're not fortune tellers, so I can't say that that's for sure never going to happen again, but in looking at it at the facts and comparing the two situations, I feel strongly that it's not going to happen in the way that it did before. And then the mortgage process. Now, you guys, if you've done a loan with me more than 2 years ago, or sooner than have you bought and then refinanced with, how we want to put this? If you've gone through the mortgage process within the last 2 to 3 years, you've noticed that things have gotten incrementally harder and harder and harder to get done. So for anybody who you're referring, if you're looking to come and do a refinance again, just know that the process has become a little more cumbersome, but with the rates where they are right now, it's worth going through the hassle. So be prepared that we go through a lot more documentation, a lot more asset trailing, a lot more things that are kind of a pain in the butt, and we would want to do them if we didn't have to, if the government wasn't regulating so hard. So keep that in mind. Remember that only a few weeks ago, Wells Fargo got sued for $1.2 billion. So all these banks are cracking down, making sure they're protected. So in any case, our job is to be the pilot and to land the plane, and even no matter what the turbulence is, no matter what's going on, rest assured, when we say we're going to get the job done, we'll get the job done. So if there's anything you need, give me a call. If you know anybody who wants to buy a house or refinance, I'd love to work with them. This is Ryan Hoffman, Wholesale Capital Corporation. If you want to contact me, information will be below, but my phone number is 951-312-8650. 951-312-8650, or you can email me at rhoffman@wccloans.com. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys later.